Hi, Coach Spielis here, and today I want to answer a question that I get often from people, especially young adults, and that question centers on happiness. The question is, how do I find happiness in life? How do I how do I gain happiness from my life? And I feel unhappy right now. How can I gain happiness? So first I want to separate happiness from joy. Joy is what I am going to pursue in this video, and it's a journey. It's a journey of joy. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take a long-term commitment to it, as opposed to happiness, which is generally an emotion that we feel based on perhaps something we've done or something we've received. Um, so let's focus today, and I'll call this the journey to joy. Let's focus this journey to joy on building up skill sets that are necessary for this journey. So I'm going to talk about core competencies. Core competencies are these strengths that all of us have, and joy is a core competency, which means it can be built. It is something that we can build up. It's like when you hear of core competencies relative to businesses, there are strengths, and they're built up over time, and it takes work and it takes an investment in it. So this is about you making a commitment to building joy in your life versus happiness. Often, when I hear about happiness, I hear it connected to uh, things that generate dopamine. So whether that's social media, it could be gambling, it could be drugs, pornography, all these items that are obstacles on our joy journey. So as we're journeying towards joy, these are going to be obstacles in your way. So as you join me in this journey, this short overview of how to gain joy in your life, know that those obstacles have to be put aside. So if you're struggling with drugs or alcohol or pornography, whatever that is, that those items that create this short-term release of dopamine that has no work associated with it, that is not going to create joy in your life. Okay, it may create short-term happiness, but you'll require more and more of that because of dopamine as time goes on. What I'm referring to is joy. Joy is something that is built up over time. Again, it's a core competency. So we can all build up joy in our lives, but it's going to require hard work. All right. So if you're willing to join me on that journey, that hard work starts with entering this gateway. All right. So the trail, the journey towards joy, starts at the gateway of the trail, and that gateway is gratefulness. All right, being grateful for the things that we have in this life. Myself, have so many things that are positive in your life, but taking the time to go ahead and really spend time outside in nature, as I am right now, is the foundation of gratefulness. So reflecting on all the good things that you have in life is, I call it a trailhead to the journey, right? So understanding and realizing perhaps the positive things and all the things we have in life that many do not. So that's the starting point. Think back to people that you know, and people that are ungrateful. I have not met one yet that is ungrateful and is happy or joyous, right? So that journey towards joy and sustained joy in life begins with realizing how grateful we should be for what we have. So that's the first step. So get outside, spend time reflecting on those things in life that we're grateful for, and that time outside don't bring your phone along with you, all right? Or put your phone aside in your backpack. Whatever you do, don't be distracted by your social media or your phone. And again, those are distractions on our journey as well. I mentioned all the different obstacles on this journey. Many times people outsource their happiness to those things that generate short-term happiness or the feeling of happiness. So that's a form of outsourcing your happiness. So take ownership for this journey. The first step is getting outside, spending time in nature, and realizing the things that we're grateful for. Next, and this is the gateway to gratefulness and to joy, is spend time reading. Put aside your phone, put aside the doom scrolling that you might be involved with. A lot of the content is continuously pushed towards us today. Put that aside and spend time reading. That reading can involve current events, opinion pages. Read left and right, get both sides of opinions. Read classics, read more traditional books, whatever. But spend time reading and educating yourself on what is going on around us, what's happened historically. Reading history is a good way to understand the effects of what's happening or what's happened in the past and how that affects us today. Okay, so get outside, spend some time reading. Next, connect with people. I hear often, and especially with men, I'm so lonely. I don't have friends. I don't have people to connect with. All right, so if you've become distant or disconnected, find people that you can connect with. You can do that through joining groups. So if you don't have a lot of close friends, join groups. Perhaps it's a church group, perhaps it's a volunteer group, but connect with other people that way and find ways to connect with other people. Maybe it's friends and family that you've gone a different path or you just haven't connected with. So find ways to connect with people. And as you do that, you're going to find there are people that maybe you know that you don't know real well that are suffering with different things. So this is a way to get focus off of yourself and get it onto other people who truly do have issues in their life. That can be done as well through serving your community. So you can serve your friend group, you can serve people that you're really close to. However, take a step to serve your greater community. Again, whether that's through a food bank, whether it's a shelter, whatever that is, find ways to serve people that are less fortunate than you are, okay? And sometimes as we spend time on our phone, we start to gain self-pity for ourselves, and we start to have these feelings of envy. You can break that really quick by going and volunteering and seeing people that are truly suffering. Okay, so those next two steps, connecting with people and volunteering, that gets our focus off of ourselves. Again, being grateful for what we have. Sometimes we're able to focus on what other people are challenged with in life. That allows us to go ahead and get that focus off of ourselves. The last, if you're envisioning a pyramid, the last step through this journey of joy is finding meaning and purpose in life. And meaning and purpose in life can come from a variety of different ways, but I'm going to give you three right now that require sacrifice. Sacrifice in life and sacrificing yourself for other people enables you again to get this satisfaction out of life, which means sustained joy. So one of the ways you can do that is focusing on your career, putting time, effort, working really hard within a career. And I'm not talking about working really hard in a career that's not going somewhere, but find a good organization, work hard, gain experience, and perhaps you're sacrificing for your teammates. Perhaps you're sacrificing for eventual financial freedom, right? That would be the goal. The goal is to have freedom long-term in life where you're able to make decisions. You don't want to be enslaved to a job forever. So to enable that, work hard in your position, gain experiences, gain stories that you can tell to enable you to perhaps move into other positions and other opportunities. Those opportunities, those golden jobs where I can do anything, and that that's a longer journey. Sometimes that journey starts with putting sweat equity into other careers and building your way towards it. So don't expect that that's always going to be something that's available. It generally takes work to get to those goals. All right, so I talked about working hard. Perhaps you're working hard to sustain a family. So you're working hard and you've got this career. You're sacrificing your career for your family. So the next level, so we've got career, now we've got family. So you sacrifice for your family, whether it's your husband, your wife, you're in a career, or maybe you're sacrificing for that family if you have children. So I think right now probably one of the most underrated jobs today is the mothers, staying with their children, staying home, nurturing a family. I think it's right now is completely underrated. So there's a lot of satisfaction, joy that can be gained by raising a family. And for fathers, it's about sacrificing perhaps in a career for your wife and your children, your family union. So there's another area where sacrifice, putting others' needs before yours, is going to gain you joy in life. And the last area that I want to touch on is faith. And faith should be right at the center point of your meaning and purpose in life. So if we look at family and career, working hard, gaining joy out of that as a way to have this long-term path towards joy, the bedrock of that is faith. And having faith in a higher power, faith in God, enables you to gain this meaning and purpose in life. So if you're struggling with your faith, again, read. So you can read through the Bible, find ways to enhance your faith through reading and spending time reflecting on life. And this is a way to garner meaning and purpose in life. For myself personally, my faith in Jesus and committing my life to Jesus has given me meaning and purpose in life. So definitely, if you're unhappy and you're seeking joy in your life, perhaps join a church group or something that allows you to open your mind to the possibilities that are there with your faith. So faith is one of those areas where it continuously grows the more time you spend with it, and it is a way for you to gain meaning and purpose in life. So one of the quotes that I like to use within the context of the journey of joy is the quote, "People are as happy as they want to be," and that comes from Abraham Lincoln. So it's a choice. Hopefully that you gain something out of this video. I encourage you to take the steps towards the journey of joy. That first step involves gratefulness. So take some time, get outside, reflect on nature, reflect on the beauty of God's creation, and spend some time just reflecting on life and your meaning and purpose in life, and joy will come with that hard work. This is Mark Spielis, coach and mentor. Make it a great day. Thank you.